Am I the asshole for refusing to take my girlfriend home from a party after she embarrassed herself? A coworker invited me to a housewarming party. He bought a really nice house with a large yard, a pool, and even a waterfall flowing into the pool. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily friends with him, but we're friendly, and we make small talk when we see each other. We don't really hang out by ourselves, and he's a nice guy, but we just don't have too many interests in common. He told me that I could bring my girlfriend. At the party, I knew about 3 out of the 40 people there. At the party, my girlfriend began complaining to me about the food options, saying they don't follow her diet. She can't eat them. The host should have gotten better food. The paintings on the wall are tacky. No, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. Because, bitch, how dare you go to someone else's housewarming party and be mad because they don't have food that fits within your diet? Bitch, go home. Go to a store. Go get something to eat. You don't come to someone's home and then criticize it as if you're 100% better than them. Nope, bitch, be embarrassed. I hope somebody heard you and called you out for it. She said his furniture sucks and that the music was pretty lame and a bunch of other ridiculous complaints. We live in Sao Paulo at the time, but we're from a region in southern Brazil where most people speak, I don't know if I'm going to say that right, Hunsrück, which is a type of German. Though it's a bit distinct from standard German. Someone from Germany wouldn't understand everything that I say. She complained in Hunsrück, assuming that everyone at the party only knew Portuguese. Yeah, that's what you get, bitch. I know somebody heard you and called you the fuck out. That's what the fuck you get. My coworker was near us and said that I guess in standard German, I'm sorry we don't have any food that fits your dietary restrictions. If you're hungry, there's a store about 400 meters from here. It closes in an hour. I'm sorry you don't appreciate the music selection. Would you like to play something? I love it. Your coworker is like my spirit animal. I fucking love it. My girlfriend looked shocked. Her jaw dropped and she stuttered for a bit. A few people snickered in the back and another guy translated what happened and she responded back in Portuguese. How do you all know German? I had no idea. My coworker explains that he and 3 other people in this party used to work in Germany, and that's how they know each other. My girlfriend pulled me aside and said that she's so embarrassed and she wants to go home. No, ma'am. We're having a good time at the party. I like the food and the music and the paintings and the decorations on the wall. No, I don't want to leave yet. I'm having a blast. I told her no, that I was having a good time here. She begged me to bring her back, saying that she was so embarrassed and she couldn't take it. I told her she shouldn't talk shit about people and she's getting what she deserved. This broke out into a screaming match. She demanded that I give her the car keys and I refused. No, ma'am. These are the consequences of your actions. This is what the fuck you get. How dare you roll up into someone's housewarming party on a high horse thinking you have the right to talk about any and fucking everything that doesn't meet your fucking standards just to be knocked off of that high horse knowing that you weren't having this conversation as privately as you thought you were. I love when people try to talk shit in a different language and the person that they're talking about hears it and understands it and calls them the fuck out. That is literally like that. I love that. The petty chills that run through my body every time that shit happens just gives me so much satisfaction. We stayed at the party for another 2 to 3 hours. Homeboy was not playing. 3 hours. She sat there embarrassed. She talked to some of the other girls, but she was kind of quiet. On the ride home, we got into another argument where she says I should have taken her side. No, ma'am. And I unleashed a lot of my frustration on her, saying that she's actually the one causing embarrassment by insulting my coworker. She blamed me for not telling her that he speaks German. I told her that wasn't relevant and I never thought to bring it up. I honestly didn't know that he spoke it that well. He just briefly mentioned living in Germany once at a meeting. So yeah, was I in the wrong here? No, you're not. You're absolutely not the asshole. I love that you stayed at the party for 3 hours. That's so long to be embarrassed. That is so long. 3 hours. I fucking love it. But no, you're not the asshole. How the fuck she gonna tell you it's your fault for not telling her that people speak a language that she's gonna use to talk about people in? Bitch, no, you don't come to someone's housewarming party with your own fucking standards thinking that you have the right to talk about everything there that doesn't please you. You could have fucking left. You could have went outside. You didn't have to be in here. You didn't have to eat the fucking food. You don't have to listen to the goddamn music. You could have called an Uber, a bus. You could have footed it back home. You could have made so many other arrangements, but instead you decided to be fucking nasty. And then someone called you out on it, and now you're embarrassed. Bitch, be embarrassed. Be fucking embarrassed. But bro, honestly, this girl needs to grow the fuck up. Is this the type of relationship that you want to be in? Like, really? Like, this girl refuses to accept accountability for what the fuck she said and done, and she has to find any goddamn reason to make it about you. It's your fault because you didn't tell me that he spoke German. First of all, how the fuck would I know that? I'm not dating this man. Second of all, how is it my fault that you decided to talk shit about people and someone was able to understand you? Absolutely not. Bro, no, you are not the asshole. Break up with her like yesterday. Am I the asshole for buying my sister's dream house? Update. I sent a message to my parents and siblings yesterday evening asking to meet up and talk things through and to try and figure out what's wrong and what exactly the hell is happening. Earlier today, my wife and I met my parents and my brother's family at his house before my sister arrived. I let them know that if they tried to interrupt or control the conversation, we would leave. I told them that I never once even suggested my sister would be allowed to rent out the house or even buy it from me, that I didn't know where she got the idea from, and I showed them the text messages when I first sent her the listing and every conversation from then on where I updated her on the progress. My mom asked to see the rest of the conversations about the house, and I told her there were none. She informed me that my sister told them that we made an arrangement. My wife and I would purchase the house and then rent it out to my sister's family until they paid enough to buy it, that we would live in the guest house and they'd get the main house. She told them that we went back on our deal and had absolutely shattered her dreams of raising her kids in the house that we grew up in. It never occurred to me that she lied. It never occurred to me that she fucking lied to your family. It never did. But that makes so much fucking sense now. We gave our side, and it wasn't difficult at all to convince my parents that we were telling the truth. With the lack of evidence on my sister's part and absolutely no legal documentations, my parents didn't even try and back up what she told them. My parents were very apologetic, and they let us know that they would have never said those things to us had they known the truth, that they supported us 100%. My brother was supportive of us as well, but he was never one of the people harassing us over this, so his reaction is less important. Around then, my sister and her husband showed up. My brother-in-law is a doormat and will give my sister whatever she wants, so I wasn't really expecting much from him. I asked my sister to produce any of the necessary evidence to prove that I told her we'd rent the house out to her, that her lie was ill-conceived and that she better have a good explanation. She attempted to suggest that I had deleted the conversation, but when she couldn't produce said messages either, her story fell apart. She started crying, "Oh, boo fucking who? Boo fucking who? Bitch, no. Wipe your fucking tears because you weren't crying when you were lying about people. So when you get caught in your lies, I don't want to see it. Wipe it. Wipe your motherfucking face." She started crying, saying that it wasn't fair that we got everything handed to us and that we didn't need a house this big and that we were rubbing our wealth in her face. It's not fair you guys get everything handed to you. You mean the fact that they saved $113,000 over the course of 9 years is getting everything handed to them? They saved over $100,000. I'm going to say it again. They saved over $100,000. The in-laws gave them $75,000. They had almost $200,000 when everything was all totaled up together. Like, that's not getting shit handed to them. That is them literally working hard to achieve their fucking goals. Bitch, go cry in the fucking corner. Go stand in the motherfucking corner. Since you want to be childish, go stand in the fucking corner. So to my understanding, she thought she could trick everyone into bullying us into renting out our house to her, I guess. Like some kind of fucked up in the head Scooby-Doo villain. Instead of using ghosts to scare us away, she's using a fake rental agreement that she didn't even attempt to make look or sound legit. We let her know that she had a lot of apologizing to do before we ever considered having a relationship with her moving forward. She wouldn't be welcome in our home for a very long time. That's literally the least that she deserves. There's not enough fucking apologizing in the world, because once you lie on me, I want nothing else to do with you because you lied on me. You literally tried to make up some shit and had all these fucking random people reaching out to me telling me how terrible of a person that I was because of your lies, and you think your fucking tears is enough? Bitch, you'll never be able to come around me ever again. Like, ever again. I don't give a fuck that you're my sister, because my sister would have never done me like that. I don't even know who the fuck you are right now. At the moment, our relationship with my parents is rocky at best for obvious reasons. They let us know that they're here to support if we need moving assistance or help with renovations, but it'll take some good hard thinking to decide if we're okay with that. We will not be giving anyone in my family a spare key, but my wife's parents will receive one for emergencies. The house won't be in a state to host guests for a bit, so we're choosing to cross the "can my family be trusted in our home" bridge when we come to it. And that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks because they were so excited to buy this home with the purpose of making it the family home again. And now they seriously have to consider if it's something that they want to do. All because of her sister's lies. They're not even considering, like, literally the sister has ripped her dream away from her. The sister has taken OP's dream away from her because her dream was to buy back their grandparents' home and bring it back into the family. Now they have to consider if it's something they even want to fucking do. After 9 years of sacrifices to make sure they could afford it, they are reconsidering the whole goal that they had. And that fucking sucks so much. And OP, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that they took the excitement away from you. I really am. To answer some common questions that I've noticed in the comments, my sister obviously has some screws loose, but my parents don't really coddle her. She's what you consider the golden child and the baby. But honestly, most of her antics up until this point were just one-upping achievements during our childhood or seeking more attention from our parents. She's dramatic, entitled, and a little selfish, but she's never displayed this level of crazy before. Oh, it was a build-up. It was a build-up for sure. Yes, we will be getting a security system, but not for a bit. No, my family will not be trusted with the key. Yes, I am a woman. I know it's crazy how two women can be married. My wife and I do not have kids and will not have them in the future. My sister has done some odd things, but nothing as absolutely absurd as this. We will be meeting with an estate planner to put everything into writing. We plan on leaving the property to my sister-in-law and her kids, with my mother-in-law as the executor of our estate for the time being. My sister and her family rent a small house in town. They aren't struggling per se. They each are college educated with good jobs, but children are expensive, and then adding in student debt and a $2,000 a month in rent, you aren't exactly living it up. There's also a surprising amount of people mad at my wife and I for being rich. We are not wealthy. My in-laws are comfortable and are generous enough to allow us to occupy their rental at no charge. They bought a new house decades ago and they just didn't sell their previous one. They allowed my wife to live there. The down payment was my wife's college fund from years ago. Her parents put money in it, but when she decided to go into a trade, they kept the money and they saved it specifically for the purpose of a down payment. When we told them the house was up for sale finally, they offered the college fund that they had kept for her. We worked good paying jobs, but we were able to save so much because we didn't have to pay $2,000 a month for housing. We did skimp and save, and we did damn well earn it. We lived below our means, and we spent years foregoing any kind of luxuries to afford something that we wanted. So yeah, not as drama-filled as a lot of people were expecting or hoping. I don't see this as the end of it, not at all. But for the time being, my wife and I are focusing on dealing with our new house and not my sister. She's blocked on both of our phones as of this morning. I'm not sure when I plan on unblocking her. Honestly, this outcome was not one that I was fucking expecting. I wasn't expecting drama or excitement or anything, but I wasn't expecting, I never fucking thought that your sister was a lying liar pants. I did not fucking think about it. But honestly, I'm glad that you called to sit down and you went in, you said what the fuck you had to say, and everybody was able to make their judgment based on that. And then your sister fucking admitted it. I love that you guys are now moving on and you're working towards enjoying your home because you 100% deserve it. You 100% deserve it. I also love the fact that you are including your in-laws in this. OP stated that neither her or her brother have children. We know she ain't giving the house to her motherfucking sister. So her sister-in-law, who is also part of her family, is going to be the ones that's going to get the house if anything happens to them. And I absolutely love that, because when you get married, your families are joined. Your families are joined. If it wasn't for the in-laws, OP and her wife would not have been able to get the house anyway. So I love that the decision that you guys have made. 100% support it. I love this. I love this so much. Your sister, bro. Your fucking sister, bro. She needs like all the fucking help. All the fucking help. Like, I am so sorry, but I am so proud of you guys. Am I the asshole for telling a parent that their kid is weird when she pushed as to why my kid didn't want to be her friend? My family and I have moved states. It's been a hard move, especially for my oldest daughter, Katie. She's in the 6th grade. The area school district has a Facebook account that the parents are a part of. I introduced myself on there a while ago. We put Katie on the cross-country team, and she's been making friends over the summer. I got a message from a parent last week asking me to meet up and let the kids meet. They would be in the same grade, and I thought it would be a good opportunity. We went yesterday to the local pool. I met Melanie, and she wouldn't make eye contact. She was very soft-spoken and overall didn't seem to be paying attention. The kids were playing while I talked to the mom. She's always been in the area and was excited for her kid getting a new friend. Katie came up to me asking to leave because she wasn't feeling well. We left early, and in the car, she admitted that she just wanted to get away from Melanie. She explained that Melanie freaked her out. She was very touchy, kept pushing her in the water, and was whispering, saying things under her breath. She would stare at people and make comments, comparing people to bugs. I'm still confused on what that meant. Shit, you and me both. Katie told me that she was uncomfortable and doesn't want to hang out with her again. Okay, I mean, admittedly, that's a little weird. I mean, I'm not trying to bully nobody's kids, but what Melanie was doing was a little weird. The parent messaged me and asked me when they could do it again. I told her the girls didn't mesh well and that we would have to decline. She then called me asking what I meant. That the girls didn't mesh well, so we're going to decline hanging out again. That's exactly what I meant. I told her that Katie wasn't interested in hanging out since they didn't mesh together. I was really trying to be polite about it. This went on for a while, and she told me that the kids just needed to be around each other more. I told her no to that. It's went on for a while, and she asked to talk to my husband, and that's when I snapped. I told her no, that I was trying to be polite, but her kid is weird. Melanie makes my kid uncomfortable, and I don't know what the hell is up with her, but we will not be having another play date. She went on Facebook, and it's going around about how the new family are jerks. It seems to not be going anywhere, but I'm wondering if I was a dick. Bro, no, you were trying to be polite. You declined the invitation. When somebody asks you a question, all you have to do is give them an answer, yes or no. You gave your answer, no is a complete sentence. She decided to push on it and got her fucking feelings hurt. She asked to speak to your husband as if you aren't the person that introduced yourself on Facebook, as if you're not the person that she met when you took your daughter to hang out with her fucking kid. What the fuck did she think your husband was going to tell a complete fucking stranger after his wife has already told her, your kid is fucking weird and you make my daughter uncomfortable and this is why they don't want to fucking hang out? Like, what the fuck would she really ask to speak to your manager? She really did. She asked to speak to your fucking manager. Get the fuck out of here. Now we see why she's got to reach out and ask people to set up fucking play dates for kids in the 6th grade. Am I the asshole for my refusal to attend my sister's wedding? My older sister, 41 female, is getting married to her partner of 3-ish years in a month. My older sister and her partner both have children. My sister has a 14-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl. Her partner has a 14-year-old girl, a 13-year-old boy, and an 11-year-old girl. The relationship is controversial. My nephew, 14, has been having trouble with the 14-year-old girl since the 3rd grade, and this actually escalated when they were doing virtual classes. She would write a lot of insults about my nephew and use the voice feature to target my nephew. But still, my sister and her partner started a romantic relationship and even moved in together. I wonder if they met because the teachers were calling home about the situation, because that would be fucked up. Could you imagine your mom marrying your bully's dad? Oh. My nephew expressed a lot of unhappiness about this, and so did his grandparents, his bio father's parents. His dad's not involved, but they were always generous in helping my sister with my nephew. My sister stopped all contact with the paternal grandparents as a result of them speaking up. Your sister fucking sucks. She sucks so much. When my sister and her partner got engaged, my nephew didn't take it well. There was a public scene where he told everyone present that she was marrying his bully's dad and she didn't give a shit about him. My sister was furious. My nephew was devastated that his mom was marrying her partner, knowing how he'd feel. My sister didn't want to hear from anyone, including me, that it was a bad idea and she was risking losing her son. She told me that he didn't get to dictate her life and they would deal with the bullying, but he was being unreasonable about everything. She's speaking as if the bullying has just started. He's 14 years old. This shit has been happening since they were in the 3rd grade. He's either in the 8th grade or started high school, which means it's been happening for at least 5 years. And his mom has not bothered to confront the shit at all. In the 5 years that he's been dealing with the shit at school and the 3 years he's been dealing with it ever since these two hot motherfuckers had to get together, nothing has been being done for him. Oh my God, bro, your sister fucking sucks. I told her my nephew deserves space away from the girl. She told me that he can't pick his family and siblings fight sometimes. 2 months ago, my nephew ran away. He was gone for about 2.5 weeks and we were searching everywhere. I saw that coming. I 100% knew that was fucking coming. I knew that if you weren't going to do anything to protect this baby, he was going to fucking leave. He wasn't going to wait until he was 18 years old. I knew that was coming. My nephew was gone for about 2.5 weeks and we searched everywhere. He wanted to go to his grandparents, but he was worried they would get in trouble. CPS intervened when he was found and my nephew was removed from my sister's home. He was given placement with his grandparents. That was his first choice. I've talked to him since and he said that he was glad he was removed. He had been prepared to keep running away. He told the social worker that as well. We're in touch frequently and I get to visit him. My sister could visit, but my nephew doesn't want to see her. But she's proceeding with life as if everything's normal. We fought over her picking the relationship over my nephew. She told me that I'll never understand. You're absolutely right. I will never fucking understand how a bitch can listen to her baby tell her that I'm being picked on by this person and your bright idea is let me throw it in an octagon for him and then marry him and force the kids to live together. I will never fucking understand how a bitch would rather get her thing taken care of than to take care of her motherfucking kids. I will never fucking understand. My invite came in the middle of all of this and I RSVP'd no. I made it clear that I would not attend this wedding after everything that's happened. My sister and parents told me that I should put aside the family troubles and attend or risk the relationship forever. I told them I stand by my nephew over my sister. Am I the asshole? Bro, no, you're literally the only person in your family that's not an asshole. Why the fuck is everybody okay with your sister forcing your nephew to live with his bully? Like, children unalive themselves all the fucking time because of this. And your sister literally put a victim in the same home as their abuser. Like, what? And your parents expect you to put the family problems aside and come to the wedding? The fuck am I celebrating? What the fuck am I celebrating? The fact that you two selfish motherfuckers rather bump uglies than get y'all motherfucking kids together? Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking... No, absolutely not, babe. You are not the asshole. You did nothing wrong, and I am so glad that your nephew has you in his corner. See, I will never, ever, ever be the nice sibling trying to explain to my brother or my sister why what the fuck they're doing to their kids is wrong. I'm going to talk about you worse than I did when we were fucking younger. I'm going to make you cry the same way I did when we were fucking little. You know why? Bitch, because you don't deserve anything else. You do not deserve any of the kindness that I have in my motherfucking heart. I'm genuinely surprised that the sister hasn't cut OP off yet. I am genuinely fucking surprised she has not cut her off yet because she got rid of the paternal grandparents at the drop of a hat when they disagreed with her. When they disagreed with her, she was done. Cut them off quick. I don't even fucking know why she wants her at the goddamn wedding. Now, I will never, ever, ever be that sibling that's going to be nice and explain to you what the fuck is going to happen. Your son is not going to want anything to do with you. And you know what? We gonna have our little nights, me and your son, where we talk about you and we laugh at you and the fucking joke of a person that you are and the failure of a mother that you pretending that you're not. Yeah, I'm not gonna be nice. Not at all. I have no grace, no mercy, no type of anything reserved for people who do stupid shit like this. You mean to tell me you chose a fucking relationship over your child? Bitch, okay, yeah, no. OP, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Just continue to be your nephew's support system because he's going to need it. He's going to need it. And another goddamn thing, OP, I would seriously reconsider being in contact with my fucking parents because your parents told you to put the issues aside or risk the relationship between you and your sister and whoever the fuck else is on her side, but they don't give a goddamn fuck that she is risking literally throwing away the relationship between her and her son. Hell no. No, baby. No.